Welcome to Travel with Danny and MJ.
I'm Mary Jane.
And I'm Danny. We're traveling the world with just carry-ons and a backpack each.
Follow along on our adventures ahead.
On our cruise from Seattle to Singapore, the first part of the cruise was kind of their last Alaska itinerary, right? So it's 3 stops in Alaska.
3 quick stops.
Right.
We'll show you all about those.
Right.
But before we even got there,
Right. Before we got to Ketchikan, which was the first stop,
we saw something spectacular.
the Northern Lights. They woke us up in the middle of the night. It's like just before 2 a.m. And us and a whole lot of people came out on deck, threw on whatever we could. And
which wasn't enough because it was cold out there. I know I threw on like sweatpants or whatever and like a sweater. And it was cold. We had been warned. Warned's not the right word. We had read that the captain may wake you up in the middle of the night.
Right.
And so we weren't surprised. But right in your room, it was like, excuse me, passengers. And we were like, oh my God.
The Northern Lights are visible right now. Go out and see them.
So we did.
So see them. We have arrived in Ketchikan, Alaska. Quite early in the morning, at 7 a.m. Just having a look around. It's quite beautiful. The sun's gonna come up over there.
We're going to Ketchikan.
Actually, already there. Ketchikan. There's a wolf statue. We're looking for some Wi-Fi right now, and then we're gonna go see a Lumberjack show probably in a little while, and just wander around this old Alaska town, which has been turned into a tourist destination. Her ladyship. We're walking the Salmon Walk.
We're at the Totem Heritage Center in Ketchikan, and here's my buddy, looking good. It's a museum dedicated to the preservation of totem poles that have been found from some of the indigenous people. The ships always have excursions you can choose from, but we just figured we'd do our own thing there. And we were able to get same-day tickets to the Lumberjack show because it's the end of the season. So if you're there at a more popular time, you probably want to either do the ship excursion or
book it ahead of time.
Yeah, just somehow book it ahead of time. But it's a cute show. It's fun. The guys make it really fun. And it was something to do there. And we had beautiful weather. Next stop was Juneau. We've been there before because this cruise that we took was going to Alaska, so that's why we went again.
Right.
But
we went many years ago, and then we went another time with some family.
Yep.
And this cruise just happened. We're trying to get across the Pacific, and Alaska was part of the itinerary.
And there was just
which was great.
A few short stops. So that's why we didn't do any of the excursions. And so our third time in Juneau, of course, we couldn't take the cable car up. We had to go another way.
We're gonna head up. We're gonna hike up to there.
We're going to Juneau.
Ready? Ready for the big climb?
Oh, as ready as I'm gonna be.
Here we go. We're going up the Mount Roberts Trail. It's a lot of switchbacks. The Lady Information Center did not highly recommend it, but we're going to give it a try. We're making our way towards the tram in Mount Roberts. Some beautiful spots. How are you liking it, lady?
Oh, fabulous. Only 2 more miles uphill.
She loves it.
All right, it was worth it. It usually always is. We had magnificent weather, and it was a little steep at times because we were going up to like nearly the top of a mountain. There were a lot of roots you had to step over, but it was amazing, and it was a good workout, and I'm glad we did it.
It was a good hike. It's strenuous,
Yeah.
but not too bad. Well, we made it to the top of Mount Roberts, into the tram station. There's our ship down there, in Juneau Bay, I guess it's called. You can also just take the tram up, the cable car up. We took it down, but
It brings you to the visitor center.
right. And then there's like a little hike up at the top there. That's not kind of pretty flat.
It's pretty flat, and you get to
So-
these like amazing
views
viewpoints.
over the Juneau Bay.
Yeah, so you have to do those if you're going up that way.
Yeah.
But when we get to the top, and I was like, more walking, but it was flat, and it was really beautiful and worth it. And they have like a little show kind of, and we got to meet a local historian.
Native Alaskan historian told the stories of the culture.
Yeah, very interesting. And then I think we had lunch there, and
we
then
did.
on our way down, the historian joined us.
He was finished for the day, and
Yeah.
he was taking the same tram that we took,
So that was
and he played more for us.
extra special thing that we got to have.
Are you gonna sing for us, Uncle? Yes. Yeah. You guys are in for a treat.
And this drum, the design on it is the Tlingit girl's face and the woodworm. Anyway, thank you.
You okay, Uncle?
Yeah.
Okay.
We visited the famous Red Dog Saloon. We had been there before and know that it's like a fun, quirky little place. And
Playing music. And,
yeah, they always seem to have live music.
Yeah.
So it's fun. We just had a drink. They have a famous drink.
But we just had beer.
We just had a beer. And yeah, it was fun. Like a vision, she dances across the porch as the radio plays. For the chorus and singing for the lonely. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
After we left Juneau, there was another kind of day at sea, but that night we got another glimpse, really good glimpse, of the Northern Lights.
And we prepared.
Yeah.
We put on coats and
Yeah.
hats and gloves and stayed out there a long time.
And it wasn't so late at night this
No.
time. It was
Yeah,
kind of
it's-
10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
It's, I mean, and the top of the ship is packed. Everybody's out there taking pictures, and you just want to take a million pictures. And so, how fortunate that we got to see the Northern Lights twice. And 11 o'clock at night. We didn't have to come out at 2 in the morning. Then we saw
Hubbard Glacier.
Yeah.
So we sailed through the bay where the glacier feeds into the sea.
that was a rainy time, but
cold time. Still pretty
amazing. Yeah. Really amazing. It's a little rainy out here, but look at this. We didn't think we'd be able to see it because of the weather conditions, but it's clear enough that we can see the Hubbard Glacier, and it's amazing. We're hoping to see some calving, which is when the ice falls off the side, and they say you can hear it, and it's amazing, but so far nothing. The next stop was Whittier.
Yeah, Whittier is kind of where you get off if you're going to go into Anchorage, which we decided not to do that day. We just kind of hung around Whittier.
Yeah, I also wasn't feeling well, so you went off.
I went kind of off on my own.
Yeah.
I did, well, you'll see. We're in Whittier, Alaska. It's just about shutting down. Today is October 3rd. We are apparently the last ship of the season that's going to come here. Just told me that that Anchor Inn over there is the only thing that's open year-round here. Everything's getting boarded up. And actually to the dock area, they turn the water off on Monday, I think she said. We are really the end of the line for this little town until I think May is when it starts again. But I guess they have a nice view, and it gets awful quiet here. So I think about 250 people, more or less, live in the town of Whittier. And almost all of them, like 90%, live in this one building. And it's an awful pretty place to live. I guess it's awful cold in the winter. And awful dark in December, January. But I guess it's pretty quiet till the cruise ships come back in May. So just a few minute walk from the ship. We come upon this river. Waterfalls up in the background on each side. This little trail. Easy to get to from the ship, and really pretty. Walking up along this trail, really beautiful. Taking the long hike up, it's quite beautiful. There's the ship. Mary Jane stayed behind for this climb. Not as hard as Mount Roberts, but it's a good climb. Alright, I made it to the end of the trail, and it is a stunning view of a glacier. I'll try and find out which one it is. If you do this hike, you get to a platform. It seems to be the end, but you should go a little bit further. It might be muddy, but you get this view of the glacier, which you don't get from the platform. So just go that little extra 20 feet, 30 feet, I don't know. It's worth it. And this is the platform view, which is also spectacular. There's the ship. And off into the distance. So this is called the Buckner Building. I think it's where everybody used to live here, and now they've moved to that other building, but I'm not sure why this one was abandoned. It is no longer the main place in town.
This tunnel, created primarily as a pedestrian access, but it served a dual purpose as a potential bombs shelter.
So this is the Whittier, I guess at least the cruise and sailboat harbor, recreational vehicle harbor. I'm sure there's more of a commercial part as well. And this is the beautiful place where Whittier is. Yeah, I think that's the more commercial harbor with all the containers and such. in Alaska, and we're leaving the United States. Next stop, Tokyo. After 9 days at sea coming up. Bye-bye, Whittier. The last ship of the season here. The place is going to be shut down, mostly. The cruise ships come back in May. It's a beautiful place, Alaska.
We had magnificent weather in Alaska. We got to see some new things, and then it was time to
Head across the Pacific Ocean.
And continue on our 29-day cruise from Seattle to Singapore.
Check out that video. Thanks for traveling with Danny and MJ.
We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.